Welcome to It All Starts With You. I'm your host, Eileen Lemelman, licensed clinical social worker, best-selling author, and motivational speaker. We'll share stories of hope, perseverance, and success that will inspire you to live a meaningful life. This show will motivate you, educate you, and encourage you to manifest your dreams into reality at any age. Because it all starts with you. Now on to the show. Hello. I'm back. And I missed you so much. For those of you who know me, there's no need for introduction. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Eileen Lemelman. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, a psychotherapist that's been in private practice for over 35 years. I'm a #1 best-selling author. I'm a motivational speaker and a mindset coach. And I'm the host of this show, It All Starts With You. Yes, and now It All Starts With You 2.0 because I'm back and I'm not going anywhere. So you might be wondering where I have been and what I've been doing while I took this little hiatus off the show. Well, essentially, I was focusing more on my why than my who. What the heck does that mean? You might be asking. Well, let me back up and give you some background and let you know who I am and how I got to this place, okay? So, how did a therapist end up here? How did a therapist end up being a TV show host, a podcast host? How did I become a speaker? Well, it was COVID. Yes, COVID was the impetus of the change. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, can attest to the fact that COVID really changed us all, right? We've all changed due to COVID. When we were locked down and isolated and really not going anywhere, I was working. I was home working on Zoom, seeing patient after patient after patient. And I was helping people with their fears, their anxiety. I was helping people get through a very difficult time. We were all isolated, me included. I was isolated also, and I was getting very lonely, and I was yearning for connection, and I was yearning to have a little fun because as you can imagine, it was really difficult to be helping people who were in such fear of getting sick, of dying, of their family dying. You remember those days, right? And so I needed to break out. I needed to find something that would really speak to me and really help me get a little fun in my life and step out of my comfort zone. So what I did was I actually had some space and time to really just pause. Yes, I paused. I reassessed. I meditated. I journaled. I just simply paused. There is a lot of power in the pause. And I discovered I had a calling. I had a calling. I was called. I was called to be the voice of midlife women. All women, actually, and yes, some evolved men, I will say, to help you discover what your calling is. I wanted you to know that you have the power to have a dream. You can dream a dream at any age. You can really create whatever you want in your life at any age. You could manifest a dream in your life at any age. That's what I was called to tell you. That's what I was inspired to do for you. To let you know not to let any limiting beliefs keep you down, dim your light, not let you step into your power. I was called to do that. You know, as women, we very often prioritize everybody else. We prioritize our family, our friends, employers, employees. This is your time to step into your power. This is your time to say, I matter, I'm going to be first, and I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to find meaning, joy, happiness in my life. Because let's face it, when you get to midlife, you start questioning those things. You think, okay, my time is over. I'm retired. I no longer have anything to contribute. Excuse me, 1 minute. Or perhaps you're feeling so much regret that you never feel deserving enough, confident enough to pursue your lifelong aspirations. So you also might feel that you don't have the right to live a life of joy, of fulfillment, of happiness. Because, you know, when you put everybody before you, you forget that you actually have something important to contribute to your life, to others' lives, to society, and to everybody who's connected with you. I had to believe that as well. I had to take a big leap. Those nagging thoughts, those inner critical thoughts kept nagging at me, and all those not enough thoughts kept coming up for me. You know those not enough thoughts that I'm talking about? Well, I was thinking, am I smart enough? Am I young enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I thin enough? Am I technologically savvy enough to really step in to the public eye or to get in front of you? I mean, I was thinking about my 60-ish self in public. You know, somewhere between hip and breaking a hip. So I was not sure I could really do that. Who will listen? Who will care? Am I relevant enough? Those were all things I was thinking, but I was being called, and I took a leap. Not only did I want to share my years of experience with you, but I also wanted to be a model of change at any age. You can dream a dream at any age. You can create something that you want for your life at any age. And you can manifest your dream into reality at any age. You can have goals at any age. So while we're talking about goals, let's break it down so that we can look at goals in a much more partialized way. That's therapy talk for breaking it all down. So let's talk about the G in goals. The G is for growth. So you need to move forward. We all need to move forward. But sometimes these goals can feel overwhelming. They can feel daunting. They can feel as if we can't achieve it. And so we get stuck and paralyzed. So in order to continue to move forward, we have to continue to feed ourselves. We need to continue to feed our mind, body, and soul in order to grow. So we need to feed our mind new things. We need to constantly learn. Get out there, learn about how to use a computer. Get out there, take a course. I know for me, I had to learn all about the computer, how to post things on social media. I didn't know how to do that, and so I had to take a leap, and I had to be vulnerable, and I had to get out there. And guess what? It feels good when you start learning new things. You start feeling like you're part of today, 2023. We don't want to be stuck in 1973. We want to be in 2023. And in order to do that, you really do have to make friends with the computer. You have to, because any kind of course you might take, they're going to say, oh, it's offered online. And especially since COVID, so much has been offered online, and so much has now been transferred to virtual. So we have to be comfortable with that. You know, for me, I started not only posting on social media, but I actually went live on social media. Yes, I started selling makeup. I told you I wanted to have fun. I was really behind that computer doing Zoom with real heavy kinds of issues all day. So I really wanted to have some fun. So I started selling makeup. And I started doing live tutorials. I started doing live, makeup tutorials showing how mature women can put on makeup, how to take care of your face, how to do, I always say that period of time in my life, lipstick changed my life. Yes, I really stepped into something very different. And so I realized as I was doing these live makeup tutorials that I actually was making a difference in women's lives. Because, I wasn't the only one lonely. They were lonely too. And they were connecting to me, and I was really speaking to them, and they felt encouraged. Because when you do makeup, when you put on your makeup, it's not only just looking pretty on the outside. We're actually doing some ritual work. We're doing a daily ritual to take care of ourselves. And when we do daily rituals of self-care, we're actually loving ourselves. We're actually saying we're important. We're actually saying, I matter. And so I was really making a difference in people's lives. And guess what? I started to feel so much joy and happiness. And like I said, women were reaching out to me and thanking me. And they were buying makeup from me. It was really quite amazing. It was like, whoa, I did this whole 360 turnaround just by taking a risk, just by learning something new. Okay, the second thing when I said we have to grow mind, body, and soul, so your body, you need to keep moving, because when we move, we get unstuck. If we stay stagnant, we stay stuck and paralyzed. Thank you, Sir Isaac Newton, for the law of motion. A body that is at rest will stay at rest. A body in motion stays in motion. So when we start moving, I'm not talking about, heavy duty, go to the gym and work out for, an hour. I'm just talking about getting outside and taking a walk in nature. Hey, listen, when you get outside and walk in nature, that is a sure way to raise your serotonin level. That's the happiness hormone. And as soon as we start walking out in nature, we get stuff flowing, we get our energy going, the vitality, the creativity is going. So keep your body moving. And then the soul. I talked earlier about meditating. Meditate, journal. If you're into prayer, pray, and take some silence to be with yourself. Now you're feeding mind, body, and soul. So, let's go to the O in goals, right? O is for openness. We need to be open to receive abundance. We need to receive abundance. We have to be open enough to receive abundance. And when we're open, we then can create whatever we want in our life. If we're closed off and we have a negative mindset, we put up the wall and then we can't access that positivity, that joy, that new thing in life that we want to create. We're not inviting abundance into our life when we have a negative mindset. So I had to be willing to be vulnerable too. When I was in front of the camera with these live tutorials, I had to be vulnerable. And then, of course, when I decided to do this show, I had to be vulnerable. And for someone like me who's a people pleaser, that was really scary because I was worried, were you going to really learn? Were you going to be open to my ideas, or were you going to reject my ideas? Or even scarier, were you going to reject me? Whoa. You know what that's like if you're a people pleaser. A in goals is for affirmations. Start each day with a positive intention. I like to start each day with an affirmation. I wake up, I find a great affirmation for the day, and I put it on Post-its all around my house. I put it on the mirror where I'm brushing my teeth. I put it on the computer where I'm working. I put it on the refrigerator. I put it on the dashboard in the car. You can't give yourself enough positive, kind of mindset. And believe me, your brain will change into the positive when you start saying affirmations each day. So, I want to just give you an affirmation that you can use today and throughout the week. Because people, my patients will say to me, what does that mean, Eileen, an affirmation? Where do I get these affirmations? How can I find these affirmations? So, let me give you this affirmation. I am enough just as I am. Isn't that beautiful? You don't have to be anything other than you are. We must have a positive mindset to achieve our goals. L in goals is for self-love, is for love, and really self-love. Self-love means that you accept yourself fully as you are at this very moment. Self-love means taking care of you and your needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please anybody else except yourself. Self-love means you're not settling for anything less than what you deserve. And self-love is definitely necessary to be successful and confident in order to move forward. I feel so passionate about self-love that I created a 14-day self-love warrior challenge. And I want to offer that to you because I want you to be successful. I want you to feel good about yourself. And a lot of times we don't even have the tools or the techniques. We were never taught how to love ourselves. So really contact me, and for the first person that contacts me, you're going to get the Self-Love Warrior Challenge for free. It's normally $49.99, but I'm giving you as a gift for the first person that either calls in or writes in. You can call in Studio A, 888-994-4995, and I will give you the Self-Love Warrior Challenge, and I will get you on the road to feeling self-love, the foundation for everything that you need in order to move forward in your life. But sometimes we get distracted. I got taken off my game because I got distracted by the latest and greatest marketing technique and the latest growth hack. What I'm talking about is shiny ball syndrome. I lost my productivity, I lost money, and I lost my way. Have you ever lost your way? Forgot your original intent, your original goal, your original idea because something or someone new has seduced you away from your goals? So shiny ball syndrome is when you get distracted by new things, tactics, and techniques, abandoning current tasks so you can try this new, and better and improved thing, or so you think. But new tactics and techniques are exciting to chase, but not always really the best thing for you. Because when you give away your sense of what's right, your sense of how you want to move forward, when you hand over your decisions to someone else and say, you know better, you take me on this road, then you have abandoned yourself. And that's not self-love. Let me caution you, because I got sold a bill of goods. Oh yes, I went down what I thought was the yellow brick road. In other words, I lost myself. While I was looking for me, while I was looking for my why, you know, the next shiny ball or the quick way to get to my goal, I forgot all about my who. And the who is why I pivoted in the first place. I forgot all about my pause, where I asked myself, who am I and how do I want to help you? I gave away myself to somebody else who I thought knew better than me. I'm sure you can relate to that. And if you do, I want you to call me, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Let's have a conversation about that. Let me know how you feel about that. Are you searching for meaning in your life? And by the way, there's no quick way. There is only dedication, commitment, consistency, and perseverance. That's the way we get to our goal. I'm no different than you. And I had to get back to my roots. And I had to get back to doing what I knew best. Helping you, speaking directly to you, and getting into this community, back into this community. So, you are so important. I was called to be a model of change for women at any age. And I intend to continue to be that model. I'm back. I'm so glad to see you again, because it all starts with you. Oh, okay, and now we're going to go to commercial. You're listening to True Oldies in Boca Raton, and we're going to go to commercial.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
You're watching It All Starts With You with Eileen Lemelman. To join in the conversation, give us a call at 888-994-4995, Studio A. Now back to the show. Hello, welcome back. So tonight We have an amazing, amazing guest. Not only is she an outstanding stylist and wardrobe consultant, but she's a really good friend of mine, and I absolutely adore her. We've got Kelly Mesita of Boutique Wonderland here today. She has a passion for culture and social impact and visual storytelling. Woo, we'll learn what that means. And Kelly's styling has been featured in publications, and she's made television appearances, as well as she really supports notable causes such as OCRF, Autism Speaks, and the Carol M. Baldwin Foundation, just to name a few, because that is where her heart lies, in philanthropy. And, you know, to have business and philanthropy joined together is a very special quality. With 25 years of styling experience and a fundamental understanding of brand identity, she has owned a women's fashion boutique, most recently partnering with Scotty Dunseith, who you must watch him on social media because he's a hoot, and you're gonna love him as I fell in love with him, but she's co-owner with him of Boutique Wonderland down in Fort Lauderdale. Using fashion and style as a form of empowerment, Kelly and Scotty align themselves with community and causes while delivering their own unique brand of curated fashion, home goods, and gifts. So it is my pleasure and honor to welcome to It All Starts With You 2.0, Kelly Mesita. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Eileen.
It is so, so nice to have you on the show. I can't believe we're here.
It's so amazing that you're back for season 2.
I know, right?
And I'm so honored to be here. I know Scotty did the first season with you, and you're right, he is amazing. So hopefully I can live up to that.
Well, you know, you're your own person, and that's what makes you so beautiful. And I fell in love with you, Kelly, because, you know, one thing we need as women, I don't know about you, but whenever I have to do any kind of event or even just go to a backyard barbecue, I go into my closet and I'm like, oh my God, what should I wear to this event? I don't know what to wear. And I get really paralyzed. And invariably, before I met you, I would come in with the wrong thing, always. And I'd say, oh my God, why did I wear this? Can you relate to that? I'm sure you all can relate to that.
Everybody watching today can relate to that because we've all had those moments where you don't feel like you measure up or you don't feel like you are enough. And you know, it is maybe a whimsical or a frivolous idea that fashion can make you feel important or excited or that you just fit in, but it really does. And you're living proof. Like, don't you feel great now? Because when you go into your closet, now you have all those pieces that you want to reach for, that you want to put together, and that you want to go out in the world and do good in.
That's right. That's right. And listen, like you said, it might seem a little frivolous and a little bit, you know, kind of materialistic, but let me just tell you that when you feel good on the inside as well as the outside, you are going to be the whole package. You are really, like, for example, I was texting you just yesterday because we had a big event and we were, you know, doing
red
a
carpet.
Yeah,
She
red
was red
carpet. I was
ready.
running the red carpet, and I was like, Kelly, what should I wear? And you told me exactly what to wear, what kind of accessories. And I wrote you and I said, I feel so good.
The best compliment. When you feel good, you want to go out and be good. You want to show that off. You want that energy to come out. You want those passionate feelings to be contagious to other people.
Yes, yes. And you know, one thing about Kelly is that she's got this running list in her brain. She knows exactly what everybody has gotten, what they need, what would be a great accessory. And if, you know, this is like a personal stylist, like to the stars.
And everyone should feel like a celebrity. You know, we're a very celebrity-driven society here. and we want to emulate those people. And as you look for a role model, sometimes it's your girlfriends, sometimes it's a celebrity, sometimes it's someone in your past, and you may not want to emulate everything about them, but picking up those things that fit your own personality and your own needs and your own lifestyle are so important to grow.
That's right. That's right. You know, it's just like I was saying, the daily ritual of taking care of your skin or putting on makeup. It's a ritual also of really having the correct attire.
Absolutely. And we start out even, going to preschool thinking those things.
Oh, I know. I have a granddaughter.
Exactly.
Thinks,
so
she's
JoJo
not
wants to
wearing-
look a certain way, Mommy looks a certain way,
That's
you look a
right.
certain way. So, those thoughts, she's taking all of that in. But, if you're feeling great, then you can make other people around you feel the same way.
How did you find the passion and the calling to be a stylist, a wardrobe consultant? Because I know you didn't start out that way. I know that you were going down a different path. What took you to the path of fashion and clothing?
I think even when I was small, I would open up catalogs. Remember when we used to get catalogs? So I would go through those catalogs and I would fold the pages. It wasn't the toys that interested me. It was the clothing, the accessories, the shoes. And I thought, as a 7-year-old, I'm going to wear those high heels and I'm going to wear that dress. Maybe not tomorrow, but I'm going to be wearing those things. And you tuck those things into the back of your mind. And, as we age and we become more mature, you see where having those ideas in the back of your head can formulate your path. And I always wanted to be a buyer. I always wanted to make women feel great about themselves. And you talk about how you sold makeup during the pandemic. I did that when I was 14. I sold Avon. And I was
Remember that door-to-door?
Yes,
Avon
but
Gold?
I didn't want to go door to door. So I did home makeup parties because I saw that bringing a collective group of women together, that energy that they fed off of were great. And these were not my peers. These were other women that were grown, that were my neighbors, maybe my friends' moms, but bringing them together, you listen and you hear those ideas and you see the interest and you see the excitement and you see what generates from that. And that kind of led me down my path of, I like to sell, I like to bring things together. I love to see the finished product and what that can mean to someone and how that can change their life.
Talking about, changing lives. So how do you help the woman who really hates her body, who really is afraid to wear different kinds of clothes or doesn't think she looks good or deserves to look good? How do you help that woman?
I think that especially after the pandemic, everyone told me I gained weight, I drank too much wine, I ate too many cookies. You know what? Eat the cookie, have the glass of wine, but everything's moderation. But while you are a certain size, dress for your body. Be kind to yourself. You're going to feel 100 times better dressing for the size that you are than buying something, putting it on the back of your closet. Yes, that can be your motivation, but it doesn't drive you every day. So dress for the size that you are so that you can feel good, so that garment does fit your shape. And as you make different changes and develop healthy habits, I think by dressing for those moments in your life, you're going to be more inspired to make the changes that you need to do to maybe get to your goals, to hit those aspirations, and to ultimately end up where you want to be. But as women, we're always changing, we're always growing. It's not the finish line. Nothing, even if you were size 0, 6 foot tall, does it mean you're going to be happy?
Well, let me just tell you that size 0, 6 foot tall doesn't, ensure feeling good about yourself because, I think that as we know, a lot of models really have the same kinds of insecurities and the same kinds of body shaming and body hating that all of us do. And, you know, we have to really talk about the body shaming and the body hating, you know, because, you know, we're in this society, this culture that embraces, you know, especially since social media has taken such an amazing,
You always have to be
forefront.
Insta ready.
You have to always be, you know, picture perfect. You always have to be, you know, what do they call that? Photo shoot ready, or, you know, the filters, the photo filters that they put in, because even the people on the, you know, social media are not really that. But that's the kind of thing that we're all being forced to think that we have to live up to.
And you know, we're not always going to be a Kardashian. But then when you take that into consideration,
I don't want to be a Kardashian.
well, you look at somebody like Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah.
You know, she has changed her body, maybe not totally the scientific way, maybe it's a little bit more under the knife. But one great thing that she is bringing to light is with her company, Good American, she's taking models of all shapes and sizes and saying, these are accomplished women. We should emulate their accomplishments, their achievements, their attitude, the way they look, the way they feel, because not everyone comes out of a cookie cutter and is a certain package.
Well, I guess she's putting out a really good message, but I don't know if she's really branding that message personally, you know? I kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis, who has decided, I'm not getting any facial or cosmetic surgery. I am who I am. I'm going to love who I am. You know, wrinkles, gray hair and all. And, you know, I think that's the kind of like the role model that I want to, you know, really aspire to be.
Well, when you look today, now we just had Martha Stewart as a Sports
Oh,
Illustrated
yes.
cover girl.
Wasn't that amazing?
She looks incredible. Or how about Jane Fonda? These are women that say, I've accomplished certain things. I'm not all dried up. I deserve to be celebrated.
That's right. Not being all dried up is a great way of putting it. Because, you know, as a mature woman, we think our time is over to be sexy or to be pretty or to be glamorous, right? And so we're both here to say, go for it, embrace everything and enjoy your life and have fun with your clothes and have fun with your body and have fun with your life.
There's too many things in our world that have to be serious. So you need to have fun with fashion.
Yeah.
You need to express yourself
Absolutely.
every day.
You know, there have been and listen, I've had my own struggles with my body over the years, and there have been many occasions that I've missed because I thought I was either too fat or I didn't have the right thing to wear or I didn't want to be judged and I wouldn't go. Well, those days are over. Those days are over because I am present, I am here, and I refuse to let anything take away my joy.
We all need to work toward that.
Now we all need
That's
to
an
work
amazing
yeah.
lesson.
It is, right? So we're going to take a little commercial break. We're here with True Oldies, Boca Raton on the radio. And we also invite you to call 888-994-4995, Studio A, if you have any questions for Kelly or myself, if you want to join in the conversation. And we will be right back after this commercial break.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
You're watching It All Starts With You with Eileen Lemelman. To join in the conversation, give us a call at 888-994-4995, Studio A. Now back to the show. Welcome back. And I'm here with Kelly Mesita of Boutique Wonderland. And we're having a really lively, informative, and very deep discussion about how we can love ourselves, how we can love our bodies, and how we can embrace every moment. We don't want to miss anything. If COVID has taught us anything, it's we have to live in this moment, right here, right now. Whew, I get passionate about that. So anyway, Kelly, aside from being really the primo consultant, fashion designer, fashion consultant, you have found a way to incorporate charity and philanthropy into your business. I think that's a beautiful model, and it's not a usual model, especially down in South Florida, right? So how did that happen?
So I had no idea that it's not big in South Florida because you guys are the gala capital of the world, I've decided. Scotty is such a huge attendee. He has black tie ready. Black tie is never optional. It's his way of life.
It's
I
mandatory.
think on rotation. So that is a surprise to me, but I think that we all need to embrace philanthropy. In everyone's way of embracing it is in a different way. Maybe you make a purchase. Maybe you bought Girl Scout cookies. Maybe you bought a raffle ticket. Maybe you put on an entire event. But every way of giving back is so important. And over the 25 years that I've been doing this, I've been fortunate enough to be able to partner with every charity I can think of, and the amounts of people that I have met and the stories I have listened to are just completely the ultimate reward. And being able to include the store is so important to both myself and to Scotty, because it not only gets new people into our store, but we're raising money that may make a difference in someone's life, and ultimately that's such a huge gift.
Yeah, you know, I was involved with something so fun a couple of months ago at the store. So they made me a sales, what was that, what'd you call it?
So we call it the Super Celebrity Sales Associate, and I can't even take credit for this event. And I've planned a lot of events over the years, but Scotty came up with that, and I think it's our best ever because we're bringing 3 like-minded hosts to the selling floor, and it doesn't so much take expertise or knowledge because we're going to back you up. We're going to help you to sell. But it's bringing 3 causes to the forefront and giving them a different spin on raising funds. And everybody's a winner in our books. You know, you bring the guests and we do the rest, and it's such a fabulous night of champagne and hors d'oeuvres, but stories and meaning and helping someone feel that they have done their part, or even bringing new awareness to a cause that they may never have known about.
Yes.
So at the end of the night, you know, we see all of the faces and the photos, and there's always so many laughs, but there's always that, you know, element of chance meeting and, you know, another way of getting involved. We just had one man in who's running an ovarian cancer foundation here, and hearing his stories. And he didn't know things that Scotty and I had done in New York with ovarian cancer, but hearing, his journey and how he got there, and he's a man and he's making a difference. I think that just was an inspiring evening in itself.
Well, I think you're right. I think the night was so much fun, and it was, of course, you were buying clothing, but you were really contributing to important causes. And I learned so much about local organizations that I had no idea about. But I want to just, say one thing about everyone's a winner. No, my friend, everyone is not a winner. I was a winner that night.
You were a winner for sure.
I raised the most money, and so whoever raises the most
She
money.
got the trophy. Yay.
Whoever raises the most money gets the most, money donated to their cause. And so I did. I was raising money for the United Way, and I was helping, mainly I wanted to help women get the mental health services that they needed to access, because let's face it, not everybody can afford to go for therapy or mental health services, and that's really what I'm passionate about. And so I was the winner.
And I love that because, it's just coming together in a new way. But being able, which the United Way has been amazing to us, and we're so grateful for them and for all the causes that have participated. But for breaking it down and saying, this is where I want my money to funnel, that made a big difference to you and for the people that were shopping with you.
That's right.
So if we can have a small part in that and, uplift all of you, it's working together.
And for those of you who don't want to schlep all the way down to Fort Lauderdale, because I know about you Boca ladies. You don't like to drive out of the Boca area.
We need one here in Boca.
We need a boutique here. But I'm going to run an event. I'll let you know when. And, maybe here in the studio in the Brooklyn Cafe, we'll run an event and we'll raise money for a charity, and we'll have, champagne, and we'll buy some things.
Well, now
and
you
we'll
had
socialize. Oh, the champagne. Yeah. So you see, it could be fun. See, raising money and charitable donation doesn't have to be so serious.
No, like I said, there's so much that are serious stories that go back to all of these causes. Making it a little light, even for that one person that night, is the utmost importance. So we love that.
Yeah, so I know that you've moved. I know you moved from upstate New York. You were a Buffalo babe, and then you became a Syracuse girl. And of course, my heart is totally with Syracuse because my two daughters went to Syracuse University. So go 'Cuse.
So she accumulated a lot of orange.
A lot of orange. And that's true. I actually bought a sweater from you this season that was orange, and it said something about East Coast.
She's got the East Coast sweater, but she just got orange shoes.
Yeah,
too.
that's
so that
right.
Syracuse
That's
is
true.
still
Right,
embellished in her.
exactly. But how do you like South Florida? How do you like living here? Because it's a huge culture shock, isn't it?
I think so. It's different. Obviously it doesn't snow here, and you wake up to palm trees and it's like a fairy tale. It's like living on vacation every single day. But how can you not love that? And the best part is, I say this all the time, when we opened our doors, we had no idea what it was going to be like. But the women of South Florida are like no other. And I think that you have so many transient people. And at our age, you want to make friends. You're not in grade school. You're not going to college. So it's a little harder to make new friends. But the women that I have met, they empower and uplift other women. And I say go Florida for that reason.
Yes.
Seeing women want to see other women flourish is an amazing thing. I love that.
I know. We're not in competition with each other. We're in collaboration. We have to support each other. We have to hold space for all women to rise, to help them rise up to their best, most highest, best version of themselves.
It's just an incredible superpower.
Yeah, and so, just so you don't worry that you're not going to be able to get any clothing if you don't make it down to Fort
Eileen
Lauderdale.
may have most everything already, though. I don't know. Don't listen in.
Neil, don't listen
Yes,
in.
we don't want him to know. It might be in her trunk now, but.
But how can they contact you so you could be their fashion consultant if they have an event that they want to go to and then they need you to help them put together an outfit? How could they contact you?
We love helping you for your lifestyle. So if you want to be part of our lifestyle, you can contact us under boutique_wonderland on Instagram. We're also on Facebook. I find Instagram to be a little bit more user-friendly. Watch our stories. Tune in on Sunday when Scotty goes live with the trend report. And you can shop all the trends all week. You can contact us off of social media, direct message. We will always answer you. You're happy to text me, FaceTime. We're always happy to help style you and make you into a better you.
So talking about trend report,
The
one
best.
trend that the women of South Florida should be really, honing in on and really what's the one trend?
Color. We should all be wearing color, especially as we get older. Color around your face is everything. It adds vibrancy, it adds excitement, it adds that wonderful hue that will brighten your face, brighten your day, and let you go out into the world and feel great.
Yes, and I can really, really agree with that. Because before I met Kelly, if you looked in my closet, it was really white, black, and gray. That's what I had, white, black, and gray.
Uninspiring, right?
Yeah, and when you put on color, I don't know, it just lifts your whole mood. It just makes you feel so young and youthful.
And just seeing that around your face, when you have black around your face, it washes you out. And, we don't need to wear so much black. And don't even get me started on gray. You need a color to go back to enhance that gray.
That
should just be a foundation.
I know. That should just be like, okay, a little, thing that where we put a bright pink blazer over that, right?
And doesn't that make you feel better?
Yes, yes. So today has been so much fun with my good friend Kelly Mesita. I tell you, I met her not too long ago, and she is somebody that you can just love and connect to, feel so comfortable and safe. Your body feels safe. She's not going to put you in anything that's not going to look good on you. She's amazing. So you've got to connect to her. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you so much for having me and always being such a huge advocate of the store, and me and Scotty. We love you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm the official ambassador. So let me just say this. If Kelly is any indication of today's influential women and her female voice, well, that gives us hope that we are heading in the right direction and that we are really heading in the direction of empowerment, confidence, and having a voice. Isn't that beautiful? So, I hope that my show will help you to feel confident, empowered, and feel powerful enough to have a voice. My podcast/show will help you on your own path and inspire you to do the same. Because it all starts with you. And that's all for today. Join us next time as we create a community that helps you feel accepted for being yourself, giving and receiving unconditional support for each other as we connect and inspire one another. And remember, it all starts with